Hey guys, what's going on? Russo here bringing you guys a brand new video, and it has been a while since this has actually happened. So, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I have been very busy in real life. I've actually unfortunately had to stop streaming a lot more than I wanted to, but you know, I got a beautiful girlfriend, I'm back in school, and I'm also working full-time, as a lot of you guys know. But we made a commitment. We are going to be doing the 1 billion Rune Dragon tab, and we are here today with episode number 7. We have well surpassed, actually, the 700 million mark, and we actually have some new gear that I want to take you guys through. So, for those of you guys who don't know what we are wearing, we are actually equipped with full Justice Shiar. We are also equipped with our Fire Cape, Amulet of Torture, the Peaceful Blessing. You can really just use any blessing that you want. We're also using the Treasonous Ring Imbued, the Dragon Defender, the Dragon Hunter Lance, which is actually a brand new addition. We are no longer using the Zamorakian Hasta. We're using this Dragon Hunter Lance, and it is very overpowered. And to finish it off, we have the Barrow's Gloves as well as the Insulated Boots. So this will be the gear that we will be using moving forward. We have around 250 mil more to go. So today, guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you what our tab is actually looking like. So it is right now at about 750 mil, but we do need to sell some uniques. So we do have the opportunity to make it go up just ever so slightly. So we're going to go ahead, get into the tab, show you guys the kills, and I'm really excited to be back with this. I cannot wait to finish this off, because as you guys know, once we do finish off this tab, we might start the 1 Bill Zulrah tab. I'm not really quite sure. I really would like to make some more YouTube content with that, but I really don't know how committed I'm going to be to Zulrah. I also really don't know what the XP or what the GP per hour will be with Zulrah. So hopefully it's around 3 to 4 mil. It might be a little bit less. I think it's very dependent on the scale prices and obviously what uniques that we do get. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that. But for today, guys, we're going to go ahead and review the 700 million GP tab and get you guys a little bit of insight on how we are doing in terms of the kills. So let's go ahead. Let's go into the Rune Dragon layer in Lithgren, and let's go see how many kills we have, and we'll compare to what we had last episode. And then we'll go ahead, get into the tab, show you guys what uniques we got, what we are up to in terms of each item. And yeah, I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so here we are in Lithgren. I just did want to correct myself. So actually, I said that we were using the Zamorakian Hasta. We were actually using the Rapier, which is very expensive. I believe it has crashed in the more recent times. But this Dragon Hunter Lance, actually, for those of you guys who do not know, it actually increases your damage and your accuracy by 20% when going up against any singular dragon. It does exclude some dragons. I believe it excludes Elvarg and any of the Revenants, so it does work on Rune Dragons as well as Adamant Dragons if you guys are into killing those. But I'm obviously using it on Runite Dragons here. So we are at 27,021 kills as we are recording this episode. Last episode we ended with 23,519 kills, meaning that this episode will consist of 3,502 kills from the last time that we actually uploaded. So unfortunately, guys, I did want to mention too that I haven't been streaming as much, nor have I been playing as much. So I've been spending a lot of time outside of RuneScape, whether that be, like I said, school, working, or with my girlfriend. So I really haven't gotten a chance to play as much, but I'm very determined to finish this tab. We will get there. I promise you guys, we will hit the 1 billion GP mark, and we will buy ourselves a beautiful twisted bow. So after this, guys, we're going to get into the tab. So 3,502 kills this episode. I'm really excited. It looks really good. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So here's the tab for today's episode, 748 mil according to RuneLite, and this tab is absolutely looking incredible. I really cannot wait to hit that 1 bill mark. I've really been putting this off, and I really need to get there because I think this tab is going to look absolutely beautiful once we do. So obviously the things that do stick out are the dragon limbs as well as the dragon lump. We're actually going to go ahead and take those out of the bank at this point. So we got 4 dragon limbs in the 3,502 kills and 1 dragon metal lump. What I'm going to go do is take these. We're going to make it into the dragon chain body as well as the dragon crossbow, sell those, turn those into platinum tokens, and then we're going to do a very thorough review of how we've done in those 3,502 kills. So we will be right back. So we have our 4 dragon crossbows in our dragon plate body. What we're going to do is throw them in the G. I'm actually just going to put them down at the lowest cost. Wow, dragon crossbows have gone down a lot, guys. So we ended up selling 4 of these for 23.167 mil, which is actually really quite nice. And then we're going to go ahead and sell the dragon chain body for a total of 9.83 million. So 32 million from uniques this time around. We're going to go ahead and exchange this with the banker in order to get some platinum tokens. And then we're going to put these into the tab and then actually go ahead and dive in. So pretty awesome, guys. 195,000 platinum tokens. Let's go ahead and do a full analysis on what we do have from last video. So with the addition of the platinum tokens, we did hit the 750 million GP mark, which is really quite cool for this tab. So notably, guys, the biggest difference, and once again contributing to the most GP in the tab from last episode to this episode, is our Rune bars. We got 3,512 Rune bars. There must have been some sort of correlation or some sort of mistake from something where we picked up a couple extra of them. So we got 3,512 from last episode, resulting in roughly a little over 40 million GP, which is really good. I don't think anything comes anywhere close. So the Rune bars, obviously, there's one drop per kill when it comes to Rune dragons. The next closest thing, as usual, is the dragon bones. So we went from 12,053 to 15,786, which is a result of 3,733 extra bones. Now, as most of you guys know, a lot of people these days with the Rune Dragon meta are not actually picking up their bones. So there are a lot of bones on the ground, and I do typically end up picking those up. So once again, guys, if you are trying to do the math out, and if you are trying to line up how many kills I got compared to how many Runite bars and how many dragon bones, the dragon bones is always going to be off. We've been picking up dragon bones whenever applicable and whenever we can from people, just to get a little bit of extra GP. I think they're worth around 2.4k each right now. And in terms of the Runite bars, we're very slightly off, but for the most part, we do line up with the amount of kills once we did start this. So once again, I do want to reiterate, even though we do have over 27,000 kills, a little bit over 12,000 of those was actually done prior to this video being made, prior to this series being made, which is why you only see 15,468 Runite bars as opposed to 27,000 of those Runite bars. So really quite cool thing that I did want to point out to you guys. We have officially gotten our first Runite item over 1,000. We have 1,030 rune plate bodies that are showing in the tab, which is really quite cool. They are worth around 38,000 each. We didn't really go up too much in those, but we seem to actually get these pretty quite often. So we went from 821 plate bodies to 1,030, which is 209, which is pretty awesome. I mean, you're talking roughly 8 million. So I think that's our third most highest contributing item that is actually in this tab. Besides the uniques, obviously, I'm not counting those. We did get 4 limbs and 1 metal up. No visages this time around, which would have been very cool. But we are almost at 25,000 Runite javelin heads, and we almost have 30,000 dragon javelin heads. Now, if we didn't do Monkey Madness 2, we actually wouldn't be able to get those dragon javelin heads. So I'm really quite happy that we are doing that, because those are actually worth a pretty penny. I mean, the dragon javelin heads actually contributed 7.03 million to this tab, which is really quite nice. We ended up getting, between last episode and this episode, a little over 6,541 dragon javelin heads to be exact, which is pretty awesome. The dragon items are coming along very nicely as well. We get a little over 100 of each of them, which makes it look really cool. I feel like there's been a big drought of dragon items, at least in the past couple of trips that I've been doing. When I say the past couple, I mean probably the past, 50 to 100 trips that we've been doing here at Rune Dragon. So there has been a very, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they drop less now, but I really haven't seen a lot of those. But moving on to the runes, guys, almost 100,000 chaos runes. We're almost to that beautiful white stack. A little bit over 60,000 death runes, which is actually contributing a lot to the overall number, which is excellent. And we're almost at 40,000 wrath runes, which is really pretty cool. So the runes tend to add up really quite nicely. All this stuff will sell pretty quickly, guys, as far as I can tell. All the rune items are alchables, as well as the runes. Obviously all of them are pretty used, except for the wrath. I don't know if the wrath is used too much. So one thing I do really like and enjoy as a drop is the Runite ore. We only have 2,616 of that, but that actually goes for quite a pretty penny. So while the Runite bars are a little over 12k, and we get one every single trip, same with the Runite ore, guys. They're a little over 12k as well, and they really do add up. And when I say every trip, I mean every single kill, we do get a Runite bar. That is why Rune Dragons are excellent. So pretty cool observation as well, that the next unique that we get will put us over that 200,000 platinum token mark, meaning that from our 750 mil tab, roughly around 200 million of that, so a little bit less than 33%, so probably roughly 27 to 30% of this tab is made up of uniques, which is actually really quite cool. So that's what the tab is looking like for 750 mil. What we'll be doing is getting right up to 800 mil, maybe a little bit over. It just depends when I can actually make the video, and we'll go ahead and make the video for the 800 million GP tab. Thank you guys for watching so much. I really hope you guys did enjoy today's episode of the Road to the 1 Billion Rune Dragon tab. I cannot actually wait to get there. We are so very close, guys. We've basically committed. We are literally exactly 75% of the way there. We're not going to finish at exactly 1 bill. We'll probably have a little bit more than that. But I'm so super excited for this series. I'm really excited for it to finish out. I'm very excited to finally get that beautiful twisted bow. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, make sure you guys do leave a like. And until next time, guys, we'll see you in the next episode.